going to start building families. And like I said, no condemnation to those of you that are doing it, because I myself, have a family. I'm a big advocate for children being brought into homes with a mother and a father. And I may have to do those statistics, on a later video, that is way better for children that are born in homes with mothers and fathers. That should not be that should be, we've gotten so independent to where we're like, well, whatever, I'm a single woman and I can do this all by myself. If you could do it all by yourself, why do you think God created the institution of family? Why do you think that? I mean, I think honestly that we've gotten so far away from the word, like God don't know what he's doing. I mean, he created marriage. In marriage, you're supposed to have families. And when you do things outside of his will, you have consequences. That's just like having sex outside of marriage. Babies are consequences of those. And those children are blessings. But think about what you've had to go through. There is no person, and I can testify to this, and I am going to testify to it on another video. My second child was born out of wedlock. And I went through hell. And I don't think anybody is going to tell me that you've had a child out of wedlock. And even though that baby was a blessing to you, because children, through everything that we go through, children are still, they are blessings to us. But the consequences, the situations that you went through with that baby mama, with that baby dad, with that family, the guilt or condemnation, maybe if you went through like I went through, the guilt and condemnation of, wow, messing up. Because to me, to have a child out of wedlock, I felt like I let myself down. I felt like I let my parents down, my spiritual parents. I felt like I just let everybody down, so like I said, this is not solely just about, Black History Month to me, just celebrating, what others have done for our race. It's about us. What are we going to do for our own race? When are we going to, and I'm going to say again, to those of you that are out there and you're making it and you're making a difference in this society and you're getting your degrees and you're building families. I'm not talking to you, but I do want you to encourage others and be that example. But I'm talking to the ones that are watching and you've given up. You've given up on a better life. You've just settled for having the minimum, welfare and food stamps and all that's good and dandy to you. You don't even care, your children come to school bragging about when they gonna get food stamps and this and that and that. I'm saying that we've got to come up as a race. There's nothing wrong with government assistance. Been there, done that, but you shouldn't want to stay there, You should not want to stay there because that's not what they fought for. That's not the type of the freedom to live off of other people's taxes. That's not what Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks, that's not what they fought for. So I just want to see us do better as a race. In Greenville, I want to see us do better as a community because we are failing. And we're failing the generations that are coming up behind us. And that's my take. I look at, the retention rates of college, high school graduates. I look at the retention rates of college, high school graduates in college. I look at that and I'm thinking, man, we've got to do better because we're losing. Ain't no white man holding us back no more. But in our minds, we're too focused on this boy or this girl and who's sleeping with who. We're too focused on the next hustle, how we gonna get over on somebody. So we're still slaves. We're slaves to each other. And I believe that it's because one of the main things we're not seeking, to live out our destinies in the will of God. I think that we're just living just based on what mama and daddy did or whatever. I don't know. But I know that it's not right. And this is not God's will for us because it's not right. And I said it's not right is because, what the Bible promises us. That's what we should be living. We should be givers and not takers. We should be, peaceful and joyful and always helping. Our lifestyle should be so much better according to the word. So that's how I know something is not right. It's a lack of faith or sin or something. I don't know, but I just want this community. I want our race to do so much better, especially in the area of sexual sin, because believe it or not, that's playing a toll on our communities. it is playing a toll on our communities. You cannot sleep around. You cannot sleep around and not have consequences behind it. Whether it's soul ties, pregnancies, STDs, you cannot, sickness in our bodies, more than just STDs, you cannot sleep around and get away with it. But I think that if you have the passion and the desire to go to school and get an education and set goals for yourself to live a higher lifestyle, I think at the same time you would have more restrictions on, or more expectations of yourself sexually. I kind of just equate that together. I think that there's a link there. I don't think that if you actually, I don't think that if you saw more for yourself, you would just go around sleeping around and having babies. And it's no condemnation. And I'm glad that I can say that, because I've been in that situation where, I had a child out of wedlock and, whatever. So I'm not condemning anybody. I just want better. And I'm just going to keep it real, because a lot of times we don't realize the situations that we're in. We're in a really bad situation as a race and as a community. And we don't even realize that, because everybody wants to just do them. Just let me do me and you do you and you don't worry about it. That's ignorance. That's ignorance, because we should want someone to help us go higher. But as I found, people really don't want to hear the truth. When I get up and I tell somebody, well, that this is wrong and you can do better than this, it's like, why you in my business? People, really, But if I was gossiping with you about who such and such was sleeping and who you finna go slashing tires with and bust out some windows with, then it'd be all good. Our focus is just in the wrong place. Is in the wrong place. And as a society, as a race, what do we want for ourselves? And you gotta get out of the mindset of, well, I'm doing me, let them do them, because it's a race collectively as a whole. We can all help each other. What are you doing today that when you die, you can say, I made a difference there? What are you doing? I love this song by Beyonce, the last song on her track, her last album, I Was Here. That was inspiration, because when I leave this world, I want to say I was here. I loved, I lived, I made a difference in somebody's life. I was here. It's not, oh, well, it's just about me and my family because I'm just looking out for me. No, I want to look out for you. I want to help, and that's one of the things my kids say, Miss King, the way we be acting, why you even coming to work? I couldn't teach no child like me. It's a passion. It's a passion to bring up the next generation and to bring them up better than the generation that we're already in. There's a passion there, and so I've rambled, I've vented a little bit, hope I didn't make you mad. Sorry if I did, but I just want you to think about some things, Why is it, and why is it that we can settle for such and such doing this and this, and why is it that we can settle? And you don't even have to go and try to change other people. Just start changing yourself, because when you start changing, those that want to change will change with you. I've seen it. I'm living for me and I'm focusing on me becoming a better person, but then other people are looking like, oh, Donna, that's good. I want to do that. So you can make a difference. Your actions make a difference. People are always watching. And believe it or not, if you would just be bold enough to stand up for some righteousness and stand up and say, we've got to do better. No, we not going here. We going to go to church. No, we finna study. You know what I'm saying? No, we going to start looking at college applications. If one person would just stand up out of every 3-4 people and want better, we could flip Greenville upside down. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do something better than what we're doing. We gotta do something better than what we're doing. So those are my thoughts for today. Happy Black History Month. Within this month, please just make up in your mind that some way, somehow, you're going to look back at what others have done and you're going to decide to make a difference. All right, y'all. I love you all. Seriously, I just want to see everybody doing so much better. I want to see us come up. And I have major, major love. I don't mean to be critical, but I just want to keep it real. All right? So, till next time, peace out.